Hey Aries, it's Kaylove's Tarot. Right then you guys, let's get stuck into your November monthlies. Apologies that these have come out a little bit late, but I'm doing them for the whole month. So I'll go back to normal next month in December and do the first half and then second half, okay? Right, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Aries, November 2019. Monthly spread for Aries. Feels about right. Let's get stuck in. So, we've got Death, Eight of Swords reversed in Temperance. The Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Magician, and the Queen of Swords. Eight of Cups reversed, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups reversed. The Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the High Priestess reversed. So, I'm just going to clarify a couple of these majors. Right. So, Queen of Cups reversed over that Death card. Ace of Swords over that Magician. Ten of Swords and the Five of Pentacles reversed over the High Priestess reversed. Right. I'll add some romance angels to this in a moment. Let's just take a look at the sort of the base of what's going on. So, these are a progression throughout the month of November. The top row is what's crowning, what's on your mind. The middle row is your reality, what's going on around you. And the bottom row is the reason why. It is your explanation for any bullshit. Or anything good for that matter. Let's start here. So, coming into the month of November, and some of you may have felt these, especially these two here, these energies already. Death really is massive change and transformation coming in because of an emotional instability or an emotional detachment. Or even it could just be you guys have been emotionally high strung, sort of up and down like a fucking yo-yo. And the reality around you is you're trying to get out of your head about something or someone. And, you know, thing is, temperance is there, so there is that balance. In reality, you're just not thinking it or feeling it at the time. I feel like a lot of you may have been dealing with someone, either a Sag or an air sign, maybe even a water sign. I've got all elements here, to be fair. Usually this is Sagittarius, usually the Queen of Scorpio. This Queen is usually Libra. I also have Virgo here. Any of them signs could really stick out. I also have Scorpio with the Death card. So some of you have definitely got this sort of emotional drainage going on. Emotional detachment, maybe even a little bit, like I say, high-strung emotionally. And you're trying to get out of your head, and you're probably even being forced to get out of your head a little bit and actually see reality for what it really is. You may be very suspicious about someone, when in reality, things are quite balanced actually. And I think that you may have been overreacting about something here, in a way. So moving forward, usually the Knight of Pentacles in the upright is slow progress. In the reverse, it's that very sort of slow movement coming to a stop. It's that fizzle out, something fizzling out. So you could have been dealing with someone here who's been playing on your emotions, maybe a bit emotionally manipulative, and it's eventually fizzled out. And I feel like, because we have the manifestation card, especially with the Ace of Swords reversed, I'm wondering if some of you are, and the Queen of Swords can be, you know, that reality check. It's that invite to communicate, really. It's that invite to, let's get the truth out. And I feel like you're sat here, you are the Queen. You are very honest. You're like, I need the truth, just put me out of my misery. And I feel like whoever you're dealing with just won't. And I think that the Magician with the Ace of Swords is that you may have manifested living a lie. Some of you may realise that you have been living a lie of sorts because of someone's behaviour. Because of someone's disloyalty and distrust, dishonesty. Moving forward, I have to say, it cuts risk. So you can't quite detach yourself from this person for whatever reason. For some of you, there's kids involved. But for others of you, you just feel so drawn to them. Maybe you try and help them. Maybe you realise they may be a bit self-destructive, because sometimes the Queen in the reverse can be very self-destructive. But with the death being there, if you are dealing with someone who is self-destructive, you need to realise you need to let them destruct, because death's in the upright. It needs to happen in order for change to happen. Nothing's going to change if self-destruction doesn't happen. That's why I'm looking at that Seven of Swords and I'm thinking, well, if that's your energy, it's not actually bad, considering the context. So you can't quite emotionally detach from this person. You may have put a lot of hard work and effort into delaying prospects with potential partners elsewhere, because you still feel some sort of an opportunity with somebody else. You're not putting yourself out there enough because you've put too much investment into somebody else, and it's fizzled out, and we're very drained, and we're not very good. We're not dealing with this very well. But I think the Seven of Swords, because it's crowning you, I think that you do consider just running away from this. And like I say, because of the Death card being there in the upright, I think it's the best thing to do. So I actually think for the once in a blue moon chance that the Seven of Swords can be something good, don't get me wrong, you could be accused of abandoning someone or something, and or at a later date accused of, oh, you're the one that ended it, you're the one that ran away, and blah, blah, blah. If you've already done that, I think this is clarification. Say, well, hang about, maybe you did do the right thing. Maybe you had to run away. There was nothing more you could do. Maybe you did have to bail out. Because it fizzled out anyway. And if somebody's going to keep throwing you that in your face, they have not changed and transformed yet. That's why you do need to take a step back and let somebody hit rock bottom. You can't save everybody. You can't help somebody who won't help themselves. And up to press, you've not been helping your son according to this reading. So Spirit's saying it's time for you to put your son first and get back to being you. You can't help somebody else who won't, it's dragging you down. And the Seven of Cups in your reality is, you have better options, but you also know you need to see reality for what it really is and decide what's real and what's not, what's real and what's illusion. Up to press, if we've been living a lie, that's an illusion. That's something you need to realise, and also recognise you have better options elsewhere. You don't have to stay in this situation. You don't have to acknowledge it anymore. For some of you, this is just an ex who keeps coming back around time and time again and nothing changes. And this journey throughout this month is just your realisation that if you bail out, it's probably for the right thing, because they need to realise on their own. By you hanging on is not helping this. It's just letting them have the cake and eat it. Why? Because they know that you'll jump as soon as they say, as soon as they say jump, you'll say how high. It's about time that stopped. So we have got this big, massive reality chat this month. The High Priestess in the reverse, as an explanation, is your intuition up until this point, I suppose at the end of November, maybe beginning of December, hasn't been right. Why? Because you've created a rod for your own back. By letting somebody's behaviour slip, by putting up with it, by taking them back, by accepting their seriously terrible character flaws, you've made life difficult for your son. Because now you know you've got to get out of it, but it's just so hard. Because they keep coming back around. Every time they shut you out or you shut them out, they keep bouncing back around. And maybe the Seven of Swords, in a manner of speaking, is you both. Maybe on their part, it's because they know they're taking the piss. On your part, it's because if you do bail out, you feel guilty. because they do play on your emotions. I feel like this is more about emotional manipulation. It's like you could definitely have mutual feelings for each other, but it's not love. And I think that's maybe why the Ace of Cups is reversed, because it's never really gotten to even if this has been on and off for years, it's never really gotten to the stage where this person actually feels love for you. So in that manner of speaking, it's not mutual. This person may care about you in a very weird way, but I think you care more about them. And maybe that's why the High Priestess is reversed, because your gut feeling just isn't telling you the right thing. There's a fine line between intuition and fear. If you fear losing the person and you think that fear is your intuition, it'll keep you in a never-ending cycle for months, if not years. If you actually acknowledge that is intuition instead, and actually listen to what your intuition's saying, I think your intuition may be actually telling you to walk away at this point and try not to feel guilty, try not to look back. Do you see him? He's looking back because he knows what he's left behind. His investment, his time. I think you need to just leave it. And yeah, alright, may make you look like a coward, you're bailing out, blah, 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 but like I say, you can't help somebody who won't help themselves. And you have got a life to live. Too much time's been wasted from the look of this reading, Aries. Way too much time has been wasted. So, I have engagement, I have separation, and I have playfulness. Alright, let's give you a few of these. That one's coming out sideways. Evolution. Transformation. There we go. There's that word. There's that word. And peacefulness. You need to walk away at this point to keep peaceful, because if they keep coming back, they're only coming back for one thing. Bit of fun, okay? Which builds a rod for your own back if you keep letting them. So yeah, this may have at one point or another, especially in the past, have gotten to a point where you thought things were moving to the next level, and then bam, we realise they're not. Somebody's not being quite honest, somebody's not acting as they say they should, their feelings and their actions don't match up. So this is the point where we separate. You don't want to separate, but you know you have to, because this is a battle that you can't win if you keep allowing this person to do what they keep doing to you. So we have to evolve this situation, because things are staying stagnant. It's not changing. This has to evolve into something better. That's where transformation comes in, and peacefulness as a result of you walking away. You need to find peace in walking away. It's not that scary to do that for some of you. This isn't to say that you and this person will never patch things up, but what it is to say is they are taking the royal piss and will continue doing so unless you put an absolute stop to it, okay? So this won't resonate for everybody. If it hasn't resonated, don't bitch in my fucking comments. I can't stand it. Just accept that these messages aren't for you at this time, and check out your mini rising, or see if another brilliant reader on YouTube's got a message for you at this time. For those that this has resonated, the advice is there. Whether you take it or not is up to you. You want to continue building a road for your own back, or do you actually want to sort of get back to being you again, I suppose? And show this person that you cannot be walked over anymore, okay? Alright, it's personal reading. My email is at the bottom of the screen there. My hand's all over the place, it's shit. Right, but yeah, just email me and we'll get you booked in. Otherwise, you guys, I wish you all the best and be back in December. And I will do a Monday Funday tonight and sort of explain the couple of weeks that I've had off. Right, take care, you guys. Bye for now.